is amazing. It was clash heads again. This is like Chaz Mostyn and Cam Water.
For the first time here for season 3. Davis on pole, Vanderkran in second. It's going to be sprint round action here tonight. Let's go racing here at Daytona. It was a good start there from Davis in comparison to Vanderkran in behind. Cowan's absolutely bogged it up and already dropped out of the top 3 here as they come down towards turn 1 for the first time. There's biffing and barging between Gallen and Cowan. These guys are still going at it after last season. They survived for this time by though. Through turn 2 and 3 they come. Nice and clean, boys. Keep it up as they come up to...
I love riding. It's a real social thing. There's a great bond between riders.
Every weekend I look forward to getting out there. It's a freedom like no other.
Riding to work is a great way to start the day.
Shannons insure all types of road bikes, not just classics. They offer features riders really want. It's why they're one of Australia's leading motorcycle insurance providers.
Whatever you ride, whatever you ride,
Whatever you ride.
ride with Shannons.
Call 134646 for a quote.
Through turn 1, it was a horrible start from De Bono, who's absolutely bogged it up and gets eaten alive by Dixon and Gowans as they come on through. Through turn 1 they come, and they all spread out around in towards the first sector of the Silverstone circuit. They look all right at the moment. Okay, there's already been a car spun round. That's Jordan Ferguson offline.
Is green at Road Atlanta here as well. Faulkner did get away. De Bono is tucked in as well. Unfortunately, Houghton is on that outside line. De Bono does want to turn it to turns. He's got the job. De Bono's overtaken. Now can he get Ben Faulkner up through turns for 2 and 3? They go round the right-hander, dropping down the hill. Faulkner's out in front. De Bono second. Houghton third. Ratcliffe in fourth. No real dramas going into turn 1.
We've always had a few cars. They're all special. The T-Bird.
Oh, that's mine.
The Combi for when we want to get away. The XR8.
It's going to be a classic.
They're all insured with Shannons,
We've also got Shannon's home and contents cover.
which helps protect our automotive collectibles, tools and memorabilia in the home and garage. If you're motoring enthusiasts like us, it's got to be.
Shannon's.
Shannons, insurance for motoring enthusiasts. Call 134646 for a quote.
This is amazing. It was clash heads again. This is like Chaz Mostyn and Cam Waters. Almost the same situation. Better contact going down the hill. Sam Noble wants to sniff on Dave Coleman now. Sam Noble bottle right now because Tell you what, Bruce Tannock and Jamie Dyson just absolutely drove away from us. Hayden trying to go around the outside. This is where he could have just sent it up the inside, but he hasn't committed, which is fair enough. It's very scary out there, ladies and gentlemen. You know, let's see if we get a good run. Dodd's just absolute thinker, but it's a really nice move. Blake Delaney had to move out of the way.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the GR86 Nationals Round 7 from Snetterton. We are not doing the 300 circuit. We are on the 200 circuit. It is the shorter circuit without the inside section of this racetrack. I'm JP. I'm going to be joined in the booth by Mr. Steve Sinkovic. As always, let's take a look and bring you up to date with the standings. Let's start it off this week at the AMS. It is Bradley Wall out in front on 5-6-1. Now you can see with drop points, it is only 2 points between Bradley and Greg Johnson. That's going to be very interesting. Shane Nowen, Steph Piccoli, David Simmons, Greg Leake, Dan Harding, Brent Vassell, Brendan Soper and Brad Anderson rounding out the bottom. In the Pro-Ams, it is Chris Tomlin out in front. Again, with drop weeks, it's about a 40-point lead or 37-point lead over Trev Mortimer with Kev Wakefield, Stevie Daniels, Wayne Edwards, Bradley Mays, Mark Cochran, Dean Sinkovic behind that one. Travis Nelson, Matty Gerard, Cam Hardwick and Russell Gander. In the pros, ladies and gentlemen, well, it is Mr. Josh Horton out in front by 30 points over Carl Avery with drop weeks. Then you got Jackson Pringle, Dan Byrne, Dougie Gowans, Dan Batu, Shane Ratcliffe, Ray Oliver, David Gallo, Dylan DeBono, Sam Katkazinos, Mitch Noble, Ryan Price and Callum Hodgkinson. So look out for who comes where and how this one goes. We have just gone into qualifying at the moment as well, and we've got them all out on the racetrack, including your championship leader, Mr. Joshua Horton. The good thing though, Steve, I would like to say we have only got 3 sectors this evening rather than the 7 that we had yesterday for the SFLs at Alton Park. But welcome in, bud. How are you?
I'm very good, mate. I've had my nap. I'm feeling very refreshed and zapped and ready to rock and roll. Looking forward to it. Do love this track. It's a lot of fun. And maybe we'll get a little bit less hectic driving than what we did last night.
No, probably not.
No.
As well. So, Shibby 86 broadcast will never be the same as when Sheefy and I ran it. Hey, I'm sure Steve could do with a night off, and I'm happily to take the morning off if you want to come and do it with, Shibby there.
That was the Stone and Chisel days, mate. That was a long, long time ago. God, Shibby, you make me feel old, mate.
I'm sure we can set them up, mate, to carry on. You know what I mean? You can have a night off and carry on sleeping on the sofa with the boy, and I can just, I don't know, potter around my garden like an old man. Who knows?
I tell you what, I could have done with staying in bed for a bit longer and having a bit of a go with the young fella. But he wouldn't, or I'm not even going to go to what he wanted me to watch anyway. But anyway, the man is getting old. He loves his extra sleep.
Mate, I do the same. Especially when my daughter's like, Dad, can we have a cuddle? I'm like, yes, we can, my little girl. And then it's like,
Dad, why don't you stop snoring in my ear?
Yeah, pretty much.
I get to say the same thing. I can't hear the show, Dad. You're snoring in my ear.
Well, the way I put it as well, love, you decided to cuddle, so it's not my complete issue.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
There as well. It's guys.
It's what you wished for.
Exactly. These guys are out on the racetrack as well. Go Team Apex and 747, of course, there as well. Lavery leads the way on 128.47. Dan Bartouche, 128.81. Fair play. Joshie Orton, 121.380. This is the end of the lap here as we're on board now currently with Daniel Byrne as we're going to go over the line. What is Dan Byrne going to do? Is he going to put himself up higher? Long run down to the start-finish line. This is probably one of the only tracks, I think. Danny Byrne goes in the third. Great job by him. That I've seen, Steve, that their start-finish line are literally alongside each other. Normally, as you go around some of the corners, so let's pick up on Chris Tomlin. Normally, especially at Spa and other places, the finishing line is not far after the last corner. But this one,
yeah,
and I think there's a couple of others as well. I think it's VIR is another one. their start-finish line is literally all the way down where they actually start from, so it's there, which is going to be an interesting one because it does give them a lot of run down to the final line.
Yeah, it does, but it makes sense, doesn't it? Start line, finish line, yeah.
Well, tell that
I
to
don't
the
know.
Belgians, mate.
I've always found it weird when tracks have two different ones.
Yeah,
But,
I don't know.
anyway.
I don't know. It's all a bit bizarre for me, to be blatantly honest with you. I think they should all be in the same place and have done with it. Horton goes over the line, 121.711. No improvements. Ray Oliver bumps himself up a little bit. Brent Vassell leading the AMs, sitting up here as well. So fair play. Well, he was until Greggy Johnson just went and done him. Brent sitting in first place in ninth. So he is in first on a 122.219. Great job from him. Your brother's having an exciting couple of days, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. He's actually been. I think he's. I don't know what it is. I know he's stressed out at work. Maybe he's just been releasing too much of it out on track. But I don't know. He had a good drive yesterday. I spoke to him today. He said he really enjoyed last night. He goes, there was a bit of carnage in that. A few people making ambitious moves and not driving within the track's speed limits, like what the track can handle, and talent, I guess. But he loved it. But I just want to take a step back as well. We've been doing this for a while now. Dan Bartouche. The progress of Dan Bartouche over the seasons has been very steady and very, very. I think it hasn't got so much on the radar, but I just wanted to highlight it. When we first started, Dan Bartouche was down the back, like we're talking Brendan Soper speed. Have a look at him now, mate. It's been like four seasons, whatever it is. He's been racing with us. He started out iRacing with us as well, and he's sitting up there in third place at the moment in a shootout, not a shootout, in a qualifying session, and 2/10 of Joshua Horton's pace.
Yeah, dude, he has done well, even from last season.
Yeah,
even from last season, it's amazing.
Yeah. Every time he got promoted, he's just buckled down and just gone with it and just progressed and improved an immense amount. So hats off to you, Dan. It looks like all the hard work that you've been doing behind the scenes is paying off, and still driving on a 29 centimetre single screen as well. So he's adapted to the single screen, and his field of view is sometimes what lets him down. But I think he's done a cracking job getting up there.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he's done amazing, to be blatantly honest. Don't worry, Dan, I'm on a single screen as well. But then again, I probably drive less than you. Shibby, a reunion would be cool, says Sheefy. All right, mate, reach out. You know what I mean? Steve can do with having a night off. Not a problem as well. Sheefy, is it you in the safety car or is it Barb's in the safety car? I think both of you were out during practice there in the Mercedes to see who was... what was that? A battle of the who was quickers in the Mercedes. Let us know if it is you, Sheefy, because we will look at you when you're driving away from the field if you do crash. So just to let you know, on that one, no pressure. Dougie Gowan sitting in fourth at the moment as well with his run.
Sheefy.
I reckon it could be Sheefy as well, to be fair. As he's on his run up to over the line, he goes, coming down into the fast right-hander at turn 121.069 for Dougie Gowan, sitting in fourth at the moment. Dean still leading the Pro-Ams. Brent Wassell still leading the AMs, which is a great job there. A lot of the AMs mixing it up with the Pro-Ams this week, Steve. They're sort of in the middle of them.
Yeah. Well, look, in all honesty, the track hasn't got that many corners either, so there's not... That the corners is where the guys get away. The exits, they pick up speed a lot better than the amateurs are. So there's not as much of that to go for at the moment. But I think also because these boys down the main straight will get our better exits, I reckon we'll see some lapping cars very early.
You reckon?
Yeah, I know. My gut tells me those two long straights, getting an exit out of those is crucial for some really top speed. And the fast guys are going to do that really well consistently, whereas the pros and pro-ams maybe not as efficiently.
Okay, mate. Well, we're going to find out what goes on here as well. It's a short lap, currently 120.66 or 120.655 if you want to be precise about the whole situation. Brent Russell's there going quicker again, coming down to the line at this moment in time. How's he going to get on? Dougie Gowans has got a purple in the end as well. With how far is Gowans going to go? Gowans goes up into third. Wassell does not move at the moment. One person that is struggling in the Pro-Ams is Mr. Kev Wakefield. He's all the way down in 16th. He's got greens on the board as well, coming over the line. What is he going to be able to do? It is going to be an improvement, but how far up is he going to go here? Is he going to go any further? He gains one 122.857 for him. Wayne Edwards is another one that's struggling down in the 86s in the Pro-Ams. That's not going to help. That's
wide there.
Yeah, not how you take the final corner.
I'm not sure if it's me, but if there's other people out there that have seen this as well, as you come down this straight, facing from the front of the car, you come around this corner, so the front view, and there's a tree waving at you. Watch. You'll see, it looks like a guy that's standing up there with his arms in the air. Where's he gone?
What, we doing turn 1 or turn
corner?
3?
I think it was turn 1. I think we missed it because I saw it from my camera, but you see the tree, it's actually shaped as a guy jumping up in the air with his hands above his head. But maybe it's just my weird mind.
Yep.
I saw it just before on the thing, but I'm not sure where it is on the track from your perspective. Okay. I think it was after the first right-hander. But anyway, maybe it's just me, but it looks. I always see it and always like, yeah, there's that guy waving at me, jumping up and down like a big Oompa Loompa.
Okie dokie. Well,
there he is on the bottom screen. Can you see it?
Yeah, but where is that?
I don't know, the corner just before. I don't know. I'll have to find it. I'll have to just put the bottom screen on. When it comes up, I'll let you know because I keep seeing it on the bottom screen. Anyway, it's my crazy mind the way it works, and it just projects a person jumping up and down. But back to racing. Sorry to go sideways as usual. 3 minutes left, mate.
Yeah, 3 minutes left of qualifying here as well. I'm going to stay on board with Cole Lavery. I want to spot this tree now. I don't know if anybody else wants to spot it. But let's have a look. Steve, I think you need another nap. I think he does, Mark, to be blatantly honest with you.
No, you wait till you see it, and it's one of those things that you see, and you can never not see it again. It's once you've seen it, every time you look at it, it's like, oh, shit, there's that guy. There's trees that look like a guy waving.
Right, okay, well, I'll stay on board here, and maybe we might be able to see the waving guy with Carl Lavery. He's put himself into second at this moment in time on a 1:20.847, and see what goes on as we're coming into the right-hander of turn number 2 at this moment in time, and then through Montreal, and then on the run now down the Bentley straight coming into the final corner. It's 2-2. It's the tree man. Maybe JP doesn't have full graphics. What? I have got full graphics turned on. How rude.
Yeah, see, someone else knows it, the tree man. Yay. Thanks, Rushy. I thought I was going crazy.
Oh, you're going bonkers. You're going nuts. You're losing your marbles. Rush, don't stick up for him here. Don't do it. Oh, Carl Lavery. Big old snap. That's not going to work here as well. So
that was a bomb hole?
Yeah, you don't like going deep into the bomb hole, unfortunately.
No.
So there we go. Maybe it's just I've got it turned down. Maybe I've got trees turned down, but yeah, maybe the tree man is there. I don't know. Maybe I'm losing marbles here as well. But never mind. 1 minute and a half to go. I've got every other tree, so I don't know why I wouldn't have a random guy as a tree.
There it is. Bottom screen.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Yep, watch it. I'll let it run, and you can see it.
Oh yeah, there you go. There he is. Fair play.
Yeah.
All right, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
Thank you, Rushy. I thought I was going nuts.
He is going nuts. I don't know what he's talking about. I don't see this, so I don't know where this is on track and whether or not I'm just losing my plots here. Coming into 15 minutes of qualifying there as well. You should see it the moment you come out of turn 1. Heading to turn 2.
Heading to 2, yeah. So it should be right here, a bit further on. So just coming out of here, you should be able to see it there somewhere. But it looks like, yeah, maybe your graphics is not picking it up just quite like normal. Actually, you know what? It could be because you're going from the inside view. Go from the external view of the car. No, yeah, that view. That's the view you want. But I think we might have passed it, or maybe your graphics is turned down to a different level.
Or maybe I've got mine turned up to make it look like a tree, and Steve has got his turned down to make it look like a man. that could be the situation.
It is funny what iRacing does. It's like those spiders on your dashboard sometimes when you're going down whichever track that is, and you got spiders crawling on your screen and stuff like that, which is really weird. But Joshy Horton, Cole Lavery, Dougie Gowns, Dan Bartouche. Very impressive.
Yeah. Great run there as well. Let's have a look at the grid for race number 1. Josh Horton leading the way with Carl Lavery in second, Dougie Gowan's third, and Dan Batouche in fourth. Trevor Mortimer, Pro-Am in fifth. Danny Byrne, Jackson Pringle, Shane Ratcliffe, and Ray Oliver. Bradley Wall in 10th, leading the AMs with Dean Sinkovic and Brent Wassell rounding out the top 12. Further on is Stevie Daniels, Greggy Johnson, Kev Wakefield, Wayne Edwards, and Russell Gander. Then Chris Tomlin, David Simmons, Steph Piccoli, and Brendan Soper, and obviously RC at the back of that one as well. JPB's graphics aren't on full. You can see it on JP just looking at the awkward angle. Oh, there you go. There you go. Everybody now a graphics expert. How do you know that mine don't make it look like a tree, Rushy, and his makes it look like we're playing Minecraft? How do you know that's not the case?
Mine's at full bore.
So his looks like a tree.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go.
All right. The boys are doing their final briefings.
You do have to remember, Rushy, as well. We have had blinking between me and an Australian server, so I do have to turn it down a little bit because of
Very
that
true.
issue.
In the community, racing community in the UK, how does the Snetterton track rate? Is that a highly popular one as far as locals are concerned?
Yeah, they like it, dude. There's a couple of people that, don't, but it's like anything, isn't it? It's like Marmite. You're never going to like everything, and you're always going to hate something, And that's the thing, I think. It's just one of them circuits that people like. The shorter layout, I prefer the shorter layout to the longer layout. Don't get me wrong, the longer layout can drive you absolutely bonkers. So I do prefer this layout, but it is kind of oval-esque, bar turn number 1 and 2, of course. Other than that, you're kind of going around in a circle. So, we'll see what goes on.
Yeah.
Horton's on.
Going around the tip there is.
Yeah, nothing worse than going around the tip. On that one. Right, lights coming up. 2 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, race 1, first 20 minutes is green, green, green. Horton with a big old dose of wheel spin going down here as well. Carl Lavery's going to get alongside him. What's the run going to be down into turn 1? They're 3 wide further back here. Lavery's going to settle in. Dougie Gowans gets third. Dan Batouche in fourth. Trev Mortimer holds on to that 5th place with Danny Byrne and Jackson Pringle tucked in. Now into turn number 1 here. Horton still out in front with Lavery, with Gowans, with Batouche, and Mortimer still there. Action further back on the bottom screen in the right-hand corner. You can see that's one of the LCR boys. I think that's Chris Tomlin battling away with his teammate Stevie Daniels. But everybody got away cleanly. No dramas to speak of here, Steve. And hopefully we should be all good.
Well, I was having goosebumps because the back end of the grid was going 3-4 wide of some of those corners. It was fantastic. And then you had a driver like Stevie Daniels, which you would work in a different adult industry normally, did an exceptional job with his teammate, Tomlin.
Yeah, he did there as well. So great job from these guys as we're going to come round and complete lap 1 on the run round Coram now. The looping right-hander here finishing off the lap. And then it's going to be hard on the brakes going into the left-hander of Murray's. There goes Horton, there goes Lavery. Great job from all of these guys as we're going to get the first lap done and dusted here. So hold on, ladies and gentlemen. This could be very line of stern here, Steve. I'm a little bit worried. Or are we going to get this great battle in action with your brother involved, with Ray Oliver and Bradley Wall in front?
I definitely think all the action is going to be in the mid-table. You can see it already 2 wide coming into that the second corner, really. But bit of smart play, because it's a very, very fast corner. You don't want to get on the grass, Dean. That was very close. Don't want to go out there because you're going to end up out in the dirt and suffer, and 2 dirty tyres trying to get through this tight section here. Kevin took that in a really weird angle then.
He did, but it is still Horton out in front. Lavery there as well. Gowans in behind. Dan Batouche behind that one. Lavery now, what's he going to be able to do here? Is he going to be able to get this car over Joshy? Oh, Jesus. Wow, we nearly didn't get it over.
He's just polishing the rear end for him.
Oh, mate, we literally just nearly ran him over there. Into the bomb hole we go. Now coming through Coram, the last part of the corner. Through the right-hander. It's going to be hard on the brakes for Murray's. Just start braking. Just about there. Through we go. And now we're going to be on the move here. Carl Lavery, Joshy Horton battling away. Dan Batouche, Dougie Gowans also fighting out. It's going to be a run down into turn 1. What's Batouche going to be able to do here, Steve? Is he going to get any draft at all?
Looks like he's testing it. He's definitely testing it. I'm not sure if it's enough. It's one of those straights that just keeps on going. You really need to get the exit spot on.
Yeah, you do, and these guys are going to fight it out. Gowan's poking his nose out. Bartouche doing the same thing here on the bottom screen in the right-hand corner. We've still got Stevie Daniels. He's trying to get at the moment, get onto the back of Kevin Wakefield. No, there's Chris Tomlin trying to get onto the back of Kevin Wakefield. Wakefield's in his own battle with Brent Wassell there. On the class sectors, on the left-hand side, Trev Mortimer is in first for the Pro-Ams, Dean Sinkovic second. Then we've got the pros, Horton, Bartouche, Gowans and Lavery. Then it's Bradley Wall, Brent Wassell, David Simmons, Greggy Johnson in his own little fight in that battle of situational racing. They're pricey. JP and Shibby would be the dream team.
Thanks, pricey. Yeah.
That's kicking you out.
Dan Bartouche has just got himself a 1:27.45, the fastest lap on the track. Fastest lap on the track at the moment, so doing really well.
Yeah, stellar run from him. Now he's going to be tucking in again here with Gowans. You can see them guys continuing to fight here. 4 minutes gone. We've got 16 on the clock. Coming to the end of lap number 3 already, and it is Horton out in front. However, he has decided that he's going to be side by side with Lavery. Lavery's had enough coming down into turn number 1. Is this going to work out? They are side by side here. Hold on to your hats, ladies and gentlemen, because it's going to be the exit. There's going to be contact. Dougie Gowans is going to go and send it 3 wide, nearly no. Gowans does make up that position over Lavery. Give him the inside. That's going to jeopardise Gowans' exit, and we are going to be as we were, Steve. But I tell you what, Gowans had a go there.
Definitely had a go. The pace was good. 3 wide at that point. I'm not sure how Lavery didn't complete that move, because he definitely had the pace on Josh at that point. I think just Josh's braking points are a little bit later than Lavery's.
Yeah, Gowan's still pushing Lavery through as well. Chiefy's not happy either in that comment. Maybe the dream team is you and Chiefy, Steve. Oh, there it is. Pricey started dramas. We've got President Trump has joined in YouTube chat. Welcome in, Mr. Trump. Thank you very much for all that you do. Loving your work here.
Yeah, all we need is Elon now.
Yeah, exactly. We'll have them all in. We'll have a full house of people who are going to try and change stuff. Yeah. But Gowans is on a battle with Bartouche. Then Danny Byrne in behind. Dan Byrne's got Jackson Pringle for company. In fact, we're that close for Jackson Pringle. Is he going to be able to make this happen here? Is it going to be another one? Do you know the interesting thing? I thought there would have been a lot more overtaking situations, right? And there has been some, don't get me wrong. But this front group, very liney.
Yeah, they are. They're not taking the risks, and we've got. I
was not saying that.
Maybe it'll start to.
Jackson Pringle sent out the inside.
Oh, he surprised him then, didn't he? We're looking at probably, I reckon, another 4 minutes. Then once they hit the 10-minute mark, they'll start taking a bit more of a risk. But at the moment, no one's daring to make a move at all.
Yeah, not
down the back there. There's a few moves going out.
There's a few moves for Danny Byrne. Oh, Dan Byrne, what have you been up to? Is this where he just made contact? He's just being very slow, I think.
Yeah. He just made contact, yeah. Here's one for the books. Shane Ratcliffe just set the fastest lap, a 1:26.49, down in 16th place. Yeah. Extremely well.
Oliver goes, hold!
Oh, hold your brakes, son. Oh, that was close.
Oh, no. Dean's been off the side of the circuit. Steph Piccoli's had some form of drama. Shane Ratcliffe, just as you picked him up, has also been off circuit as well. So a couple of people that Steve has gone and killed. Carl Avery, Dougie Gowans there as well.
I've still got the Moz. I've got the power of the Moz.
Yeah. I'd love to see Steve have a go at broadcasting, says Shibby.
I'll push you the buttons, Shifty. I don't know. I don't know if I've got the patience to. I don't think it'll be hard to learn for me, but I don't have the patience to learn it.
Yeah,
to be honest.
Give you the weather
wind is. The
15K.
wind is 13 kilometers an hour. So it's not a hell of a lot of a big wind, really.
Yeah, the only good
but
thing
it depends
is
on which way it's flowing. Yeah.
We do not have rain, which is always good here, which is a surprise for a UK track. But Dan Bartouche tucking in behind Gowans now. You can see on the left-hand side, Wassell and Wall are having their own battle a little bit further down. They've got Chris Tomlin in behind them. That is just about on the bottom screen. You can just see Tomlin there. with Wall and Wassell. They're batting away for the lead in the AMs at the moment, so great job from all of them guys. Great job overall. It's not a massive field, Steve, but I think that's probably helping some of these guys get points.
Yeah, I think so. Well, we've got there's 25 cars on track tonight, which is a good number. It's a nice good number. A couple of classes as well, so it keeps everyone battling all the way through. So the battles aren't going to stop no matter what we do. Brent Wassell, and Bradley Wall. They got a bit of a title fight going on, and who's the other one?
Tomlin's in there. He's trying to get through on the left.
Mortimer and Tomlin, yeah.
He's trying to get through. Chris Tomlin does clear there. Tomlin makes a position.
Bounce on that.
Up through Bradley Wall. What?
Oh, Tomlin's car was bouncing like crazy then.
Yeah, but he did manage to make it through, which is always good.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
Dan Batu's, Jackson
Extremely
Pringle
soft
still in there.
suspension settings.
They're still continuing on as well. Wassell, Tomlin, now Wall. Fighting out here. Mortimer still leading the Pro-Ams. Batu still in there at the moment as well. And it's getting very, very interesting. A little bit further down with Stevie Daniels and Wayne Edwards. They're running side by side currently. Is he going to go and try and make that move into the left-hander of Nelson? He is. And Daniels does make it through there as well. So there you go. Oh, that one.
That was David's. Was that Wayne Edwards?
Yeah, he's just
decided to take the exit lane then. Yeah.
Just gone round.
So what's he done? How come he's taken the?
Oh, he's loose.
Oh, he's just over rotated. Oh, found the path nicely.
Yeah, it's just loose, unfortunately, there as well. But Stevie Daniels, Kev Wakefield, Bradley Wall still all in the fight. We've still got Horton, Lavery, Dougie Gowans and Dan Batu still in there, Steve, continuing to fight it out.
Yeah, these top four, they have not left at all. 0.2, the back of Lavery to Horton, 0.7, Dougie to Lavery, and then Dan Bartouche, 0.26 on the back of Dougie. So they're keeping it clean, but they're keeping it tight. And here comes Lavery having a bit of a sniff on the inside. Is he going to be able to make anything out of it this time? No, he's still not far enough up against him. Oh, even though Josh did make a bit of an error. Oh, well done. Took advantage of it. You've got to be there to take advantage of it.
Yeah, he definitely did. Great job there for Carl Lavery. He's going to put himself up into the lead there for him. But now it's all about...
not often we see Josh make a mistake, is it, mate?
No, he doesn't. To be fair, he doesn't generally do that, does he? I don't think
no.
mistakes are his thing, to be blatantly honest. He seems to be very consistent, which is better than most here. But it's quite scary, the guy, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, he's probably the most consistent driver I've seen for a long, long time. I mean, his team captain, Ben, was very good. But I think this season, Josh is having an even better season than what Ben was having because he's just the amount of errors he's done has been bugger all. If anything, it's been technical hard drive failure.
Yeah, I think you are right. I think he's done exceptionally well this season for Mr. Horton. So great job from him, and hopefully we'll see him back next season here as well. You never know, Steve. You never know.
No, he definitely will be. No, I'm just laughing at Price's comment. Horton always loves coming first. Snetterton's always a good track for that too.
Chibi.
Yeah. There's a fine line, Chibi.
There is a fine line, Chibi.
Yeah. Tomlin's the battle for Tomlin down the bottom screen is still the battle at the bottom there. We've got Brent Wassell being hunted down by Tomlin, Wall, and Wakefield, and they've been pretty much since the day go from the start of the session. Been having their little battle, just like these top five have been having their battle, because Daniel Byrne and Jackson Pringle have just caught on to Dan Bartouche. That last lap, they were like over a second behind. They've caught up in the last few corners.
Yeah, they have. You can see, keeping an eye on that bottom screen there. On board with Horton's nose on his roof at the moment. Lavery goes and pulls over to the left. In he goes into the right-hander. Horton's now going to have to tuck in here for the run up into Montreal. He runs a little bit wide. That's going to give Lavery a breathing space into Montreal, but you can see now we've got a 6-car fight with Danny Byrne, Jackson Pringle, Dan Bartouche. Mr. Mortimer is not miles away from this battle, so expect we could turn into a 7. Then we got about 11.5 seconds back to the Wassell Tomlin Wakefield situation, but it is all here at the moment. Up front, Currently, Carl Avery, Joshy Horton, Dougie Gowans down Batouche. Horton's going to go for the inside. He's got to be later on the brakes here for Avery. He's going to leave him room. Try to cut back. Yes. No. Didn't quite get it rotated enough.
That was a very good effort.
Oh, we've lost Steve again.
Say again?
Oh, you're back now.
Yeah, I was gonna say is Dougie Gowans took advantage of that cutback, got Josh a little bit less speed out of the corner, but Josh just picks it up straight away, doesn't he? He doesn't take many corners that slow him down. His mid-corner speed is spectacular.
He's straight back on the run here for Horton, still chasing down Lavery as well. Is he going to be able to get this with about 6 minutes to go here? Not been, I will say now, it's not been the most gripping of races, Steve, that we've seen in the GR86s.
No, it's been a very close battle. Like we've seen this at the moment, we've got the top 6 right up and on top of each other, so that's been pretty good. But not enough braking area, hard braking area to make any advantage of any dives or anything like that. Have a look at them. This is pretty much how they've been all night, apart from the swapping out front of Lavery and Horton swapped, and Bartouche and Gowan swapped.
Yeah, bottom screen, Bradley Wall, Brent Wessel battling away for that AM lead. They're just out the picture. If we can get them on them too, Steve, that would be amazing. If you can get
I'll switch it across, mate.
So we can have a look and see these guys continuing to have a good old little bit of a Barney while the leaders are doing their thing at the moment there. Look down in the bottom right-hand corner. This is Wassel and Wall fighting it out for the AM lead. Little bit of an argy-bargy situation. I'm going to bring them up on the main screen, I think, Steve, to be honest, because they seem to be a little bit more closer.
Well, Wall got a fantastic. See, that we saw Horton do that before, taking that tight apex through there, trying to get the over and under, and the speed exit's what killed him just then. Actually let Kevin Wakefield pass him as well, and Kevin Wakefield wants those points on Brent Wassel.
He definitely does. A 40-minute race is going to be thrilling TV. Now, Donald, I'm not quite sure if you're being sarcastic or you feel it's being truthful.
Don't worry, mate. We will make it thrilling. Don't you worry about that.
Absolutely. Well, Wakefield now is ahead of Wassel. As soon as we went there, they split, which is a right pain in the bum.
Yeah, I know. It sucks.
Because I was quite looking forward to keeping an eye on these guys, giving them some airtime.
Yeah.
But now they've got to split apart, thanks to Kev Wakefield in the middle there. So we'll go back up here with Jackson Pringle, Lavery and Horton running side by side again. Horton on the right, Lavery on the left, down into the left-hander they go of Nelson, who's going to be getting it. There's a little bit of an argy-bargy. Oh, see, if I was Lavery.
Look how close. Oh, that was well driven by both then. But just see, look at the exit speed that Horton's got. His mid-corner pace is what's the difference between him and the rest of the boys.
Yeah,
that mid-corner pace is spectacular.
Yeah, but you would have given him a little nudge then, like he did to him coming in.
Yeah.
Horton gave him a nudge and pushed him out of the way coming into Nelson. If I was Lavery, I would have just not quite broken as much and pushed him on
just a little bit extra, a little bit less braking, and let the Bendex brakes be his front car for a while.
Yeah.
Horton's just sit the fastest lap in that last lap of 1:20.505.
Yeah, flying from Horton. It's gone again. Ray Oliver looks like he's had drama. Wakefield's been off the track. That's put Wassel back past him. But he seems a little bit far back of Bradley Wall at the moment. It's about a second there. Horton is kind of escaping up the road. Dan Bartouche is in the mix. This is what Bartouche is looking at currently, but he does have Danny Byrne in behind him. That's the car of Jackson Pringle in front of us, who's making moves forward. Dougie Gowans is going to try and squeeze him a little bit, gives him a little bit room. On board with Bartouche at the view of Pringle and Gowans. Gowans still going to have to... Oh, Dougie. That was a little bit easy, and then rotates him, I think. Oh, he did. There is Jackson Pringle.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Pick this one out.
Where's Mr. Brad Wall gone? I'm trying to get Mr. There he is. Brad Wall in the back of... Oh, look at that. That's a bit messy.
I'm not quite sure where that stemmed from here.
Yeah.
Pringle's gone up the inside. Gowans has done what we said Lavery was good. Dougie.
Oh. Yeah.
Might have been
could be a Dougie one.
Yeah, I think that could be a
Dougie one. It might have been,
one.
yeah. Yeah.
So, there we go. Horton and Lavery still out in front as well. So this should be an interesting one.
Yeah.
Seeing how they get on here currently. So just hold on to your hats, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be on the final lap. I believe the next lap here, Steve, as well, as these guys continue to fight.
Yeah, I've got Brad Wall with his little battle there with Tomlin. Brent Wassel has finally caught them as well now, so they're having a great little battle there. The boys have been putting some extraordinary pace down there. Top, what was it? Top
10.
9 cars, all within a second. Not bad at all.
No, Horton there, Lavery still fighting out, coming onto the final lap there as well. Can you put some 86, can you put some on the 86s? I want a BMW series. Pricey, I tell you what, I'm getting the pleasure of broadcasting tomorrow night is a new series that's come on with us. It's the British Touring Car Series on a set of Corsa. Oh, dude, am I looking for that one? Looking forward to that. It's going to be absolutely amazing as well tomorrow night. So check it out. The video will be going up a little bit after, probably not long after this one, as these guys here fighting it over. Final lap of the race. It's going to be Lavery. It's going to be Horton. They're going to be side by side. They're almost crashing on the straight.
Cheeky.
They got their elbows
I think there was
out.
a bit of extra love there from Lavery.
Yeah, I don't think Horton was backing away either.
No.
Through the right-hander they go of Montreal, up the Bentley straight now. There's only a few more corners left. This is where Lavery needs to have a bit of a go here. He's going to be on that outside line. Lavery and Horton, there's definitely overlap. Horton can't argue that one. Here we go, there as well.
Just getting watch the braking points here. This is the key.
Lavery's got to be laid up. He's got to be laid up.
Yeah.
Now he's got to use Horton as a bit of a
This is what he tried last time. It didn't quite work again.
I don't think it's going to work.
Yeah, that tight corner there, he's just losing too much speed there. But Horton's right on the back of him still, hasn't lost that much. But Byrne has come back from 3 places up. Bartush, Pricey is down to 6th place. 3 seconds off the back of Trev Mortimer, who's popped up in the 5th.
Oh, Lavery's going to take the victory in race number 1. I think it should be Horton, Byrne. But Byrne's going to have a run down to the line. Keep going, Cole. The line is right the way down by the start-finish line here, Bird. You lift before I would come past you. Lavery, Horton, Byrne does take it there. Trev Mortimer wrapping up the Pro-Am wins. Great job from him with Chris Tomlin in behind. And then we got Brent Wassel. Oh, no, we don't.
Looks like Brad might have given him a bit of extra help for that corner. Or he's cut across him, not too sure from that angle. But I'm sure that'll be called in for a bit of a late check-in.
Oh, let's have a look. See if we can get this one just before he decides he wants to jump over the session here. Oh,
yeah, it could go either way, that one.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
There was overlap there. Yep.
So we're going to go with Wall's going to take the victory. Wassel's going to get 2nd place there. And 3rd will be Greggy Johnston. So great job from all of them guys as well. Wayne Edwards next coming over the line. Shane Ratcliffe had a run down to the line with Russell Gander. It was Gander who took it in the end. Dean ends up all the way down in 7th in class. 747 Simmons is there. Steph Piccoli's there. And then Brandon Soper in there as well. Here comes another Gowans penalty, says Mr. Donald Trump. I think he's been watching too much here, Steve, to realise that Dougie gets penalties. Right, heat number 1 results here. It is Carl Lavery, your winner, with Joshie Horton and Danny Byrne. Then got Dougie Gowans and Trev Mortimer winning the Pro-Ams. Dan Batush, Chris Tomlin, Bradley Wall leading the AMs. Kevin Waitford and Brett Wassel. Then Jackson Pringle, Stevie Daniels, Ray Oliver, Greg Johnson, Russell Gander, Shane Ratcliffe and Wayne Edwards, with Dean Sinkovic down in 18th place. Then behind that is Simmons, Piccoli, Soper, and then we've got RC in behind that. We're in a 5-minute warm-up now. So hold on to your hats. That gives me 5 minutes to adjust something that's really annoying me. I've got to be blatantly honest. So I'm going to work on that for a minute here as well. So sit back, ladies and gentlemen, and enjoy it on this one as well. But not a bad race one.
No, not at all, mate. I really enjoyed it. We didn't get the overlapping that we thought we were going to get, that I thought we were going to get. So that was a good thing. But a lot of fun to be had, and the viewers seem to enjoy it as well. Expected winners, yes. Expected Dean to spin and come down the back, yes. But apart from that, very, very good racing. Now, it's got 2 rounds left after this week, so keep an eye out for the season 3 registrations opening up. I just missed that. Car 07.
07, 20-point post-race penalty.
Post-race penalty. That is for...
That's Dougie
Who's
Gowans.
that? Dougie Gowans. Yeah.
You know.
Yep, so if they can't give him a drive through, the 20 points penalty it works out equivalent to what they would lose in time to drop them down so many places.
That is harsh.
Oh, it's not really. When you look at say for instance, Dougie Gowans punted Bartouche from 3rd to 6th. Bartouche has lost probably about just over 20 points in positions for finishing on there. So it works out roughly about right.
Yeah. I don't know. It was a little bit harsh to me. But that's just me. I'm not in the RC booth, so carry on, boys. You do your job.
220 and 231, no further action. That was the incident we saw with Bradley Wall and Brent Wassell in the final corner. So that's no further action like we expected. It looked tight, looked on the turn in and everything like that. Yeah. Probably more equal responsibility across there.
Yeah, definitely did.
Did you fix what you needed to fix, mate? What was irritating you?
The irritating me was, the replay logo. I could not get it in the right place. It was just driving me absolutely bonkers. But now I've got overlap on the other one. So it's a little bit annoying. I don't really know where to stick the replay logo. Because now it's going to overlap that one, which is going to drive me even more insane. So I'm at the moment here. As much as you love your replay logo, I might have to kick it out here. It's driving me nuts.
It maybe next time the graphic designer in the company should design the replay logo exactly the same size as the Toyota GR86 National logo, so it just replaces it one on top of the other.
That would be ideal, yeah. I'm sure I've requested this to be done.
I'm sure you have requested it, mate. I'm sure you have requested it.
Right, I'm going to stick
and
it
I'm sure it's on my. I'm sure it's on my list of chores I've got to do.
Yeah, exactly. How are the SRW caps sold out on the webpage?
Yeah, because we only had about 10.
They're not going to hold loads of stock, mate. It's not blinking Primark, is it?
Keep an eye out. We only did them really for staff when we did a few events and stuff like that and to give away to a few people. But we watch the space. We are going to do some merch. We're just waiting on a couple of things to fall in place. It's just one of those things. For us, it's just really time. Getting out there and doing things. I'm a very busy man outside of the broadcasts that we do. I don't really get much time for myself these days. No. And what time I do have free, I usually spend it with the young fella and the wife. Who's in the safety car?
Sheafy. No, it's Barb's out there.
I have to say, it looks too smooth to be Sheafy.
No, both of them are out on the safety car. You had caps. I didn't get one, Shibby, either. And
Shibby, I think I still got some. I've got about, I think I've got maybe 2 or 3 caps. So maybe I'll have to send one to Queensland and one to the cold, dreary place of the UK.
Oh, yeah. I love me caps. They're on my wall. You know what I mean? My Carlin's one sat up there and all. So, both safety car drivers are aboard and they're out at the moment as well. So there you go on that one. Have the lads from Season 2 got their trophies yet?
No, they're all sitting in my garage at the moment, mate. I do make them all, so it takes me a while. But no, not yet. They haven't.
Bloody hell, Sheepy! What are you, a detective? You haven't got any.
No,
caps?
that was Shibby.
Yeah, Shibby. He's like a
that
detective,
was Shibby.
isn't he?
Yeah.
You got
you're
out of caps. Yeah. You're blinking. The trophies aren't there. What sort of franchise are you running here at the moment? It's Mickey Mouse.
Yeah. Well, we're running one that's all about the community. It really should be all about me. But yeah, that's what it is.
Should be all about me as well.
Here we go.
Brent Wassell will be on pole for race number 2. That's going to be a good run for him with Kev Wakefield and Bradley Hall behind him. Chris Tomlin, Dan Battus, Trev Mortimer, Dougie Gowans, Dan Byrne, Josh Horton and Carl Lavery. Then Jackson Pringle and Stevie Daniels. We're going to see how them AMs lead that front row. Ray Oliver, Greggy Johnson, Russell Gounder, Shane Ratcliffe and Wayne Edwards. And you've got Dean Sinkovic, David Simmons, Steph Piccoli and Brendan Soper there with RC at the bottom. I think the fact that we've got 2 AMs alongside Mr. Wakefield is going to make this very interesting.
Very interesting
as well. So there you go. Been around a long time. I know how to pull the strings and stir stuff. Yes, well.
Yeah. Yes, you definitely do, you turd. No, the 2024 stuff is out, mate. Don't even go there. Feature length is what they've got in the time limits
40
here.
minutes.
It is a 40-minute, which is good.
So there will be
I'll go
pit
put
stops.
my camera on Mr. Lavery and the boys down the bottom there to see how they're going to battle their way through. Will it be easy? Will it not? Will it be tough?
Yeah, Sheafy got his trophy, Shippy. So shh. There we go.
I actually personally hand-delivered that one, didn't I, Sheafy?
Did you?
I think it was the trophy I delivered hand, or was it? Yeah, I think it was the trophy. No, it was his equipment that he bought. Team bought for him.
Good job. It wasn't
delivered.
It wasn't
Yeah.
a job you'd given him.
Yeah, we did the lolly bags for a while. They went. A lot of them went out, but you know, it's one of those things people you deal with sometimes. Just stop sending things. They were great. I never got to taste any of them, apparently.
So there we go. Everybody excited for the lollies. Just waiting for Brendan Soper to get onto the grid. And then we can get race 2, 40 minutes up and running. This is going to be a bit fast and frantic for the first few laps here, due to the fact that we're going to have Horton Lavery coming through the back. I don't know if Soper's making this. He isn't making this at all, to be blatantly honest. He's not on track now. 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, race number 2 is green, green, green. Slow start for Wassell there.
Oh,
Wakefield and Wall in the background. There's somebody who hasn't gone anywhere. I think that might be Dougie Gowans in the back for FTR, but they're going to be taking this free wide into turn number 1. Tomlin, I believe, is on the outside. Then it's Wassell. Then it's Wall. Then it's Bartouche. All in the mix. Joshy Horton trying to make moves alongside Danny Byrne. Byrne covers his nose off. Wakefield's just been punted into anonymous there. He's off on the side of the circuit. Not going to be happy with Chris Tomlin whatsoever. And Tomlin just goes and releases him of his duty of pole.
Dougie Gowans has had system failure by the sounds of it. He's just towed back. I think he's had a frozen screen last night. You remember when he went off track? That was a frozen screen. He could not see anything. So he's having a few issues at the moment. Young fella, look, there's 3 wide coming back there with Kyle Lavery. Oh, bit of a touch on the inside. Oh, whoa, just Josh Horton went bouncing off the curb and nearly all the way into Lavery, but Lavery's managed to avoid the contact. Now he's got Pringle up the back of him with Horton in front of him. There's got him in a Vermilion sandwich at the moment.
Yeah, on board with Tomlin. He's got Byrne in front with Wassell, with Bartouche, with Walt. Poor old Dougie Gowans is not having a good time of it here this evening as well. Wassell runs a little bit wide. Burns tucked in right behind him. The bottom screen's got Kyle Lavery, Joshy Horton, Jackson Pringle still moving through. Here comes another Gowans penalty, says Shippy. Says Mr. Donald Trump there, in there, and on that one.
Yeah.
So still going forward here as well. But these guys having a great little battle. There's Bradley Wall, you can see leading the way with Dan Bartouche, Brent Wassell, Danny Byrne. Bartouche is now going to put Wall under pressure. If Wall's got any brains, he'll let him go. Horton's just dived Chris Tomlin. Tomlin's now giving him room on the exit as well. They're still fighting it out, but this front is getting very spicy with Horton trying to come through the field.
Yeah, look at the line. Look at the line. Is that Pringle behind Horton?
Yep.
Hang on. 212. 212 contact lap 1 drive-through penalty.
Chris Tomlin.
Yeah.
So there we go. Any reckon Gowans should go back to velocity? No.
That's good England, mate.
Yeah, good England.
Oh no, he's loving his life out there. I'm trying to get him to come race with us actually, with SRW. But it's taken a bit of work, I tell you right now. I don't think he'll come across. He's just liking the freedom at the moment. Because I'm looking for someone to be a bit of a team principal, and he'd be perfect for the role.
Yeah, old grandpa himself there. Keep an eye out on this one. Let's see how they all go for
Whoa.
this.
132.43, fastest lap so far.
Yeah, Wassell's in behind him. It's the battle of the arms in front. Danny Byrne's got nowhere to go. Horton 121.924 on the brakes. Does Byrne steady? He's trying to keep it there. Dan Byrne doing
He's
a
done that
stellar
well.
job.
He's used a lot of the green stuff.
Oh, is he going to try and go for 2? I think he's going to get 2 here for Danny Byrne. Round the outside.
Is he going to make it all the way?
Horton goes through as well. So Horton
nice bit of work there by Danny Byrne. Well done, son. I'm assuming that Gallo's still sick because he has been crook. And he was actually moving house as well, wasn't he? So he's probably hasn't got his gear set up yet.
So he's got his continue there. Dan Byrne has got Horton now. Right in behind him. Wall and Wassell are going down together. Wassell's just giving Tomlin a little bit of a nudge, but Tomlin's got a drive-through coming.
Tomlin's giving a lot of love there.
He almost had another drive-through coming for Chris Tomlin. That would have been 2 in a row. Wassell with Tomlin.
Wassell's having kittens then.
Lavery trying to go through here. Lavery's on the outside. Tomlin's got a drive-through coming. Whether or not he's going to take it now. He has taken it now.
Have a look at the pressure Lavery's got.
Lavery's there at the moment.
Yeah, he's got Oliver and Pringle all over him at the moment.
There's
He hasn't got much space to move. Look at Pringle.
Pushing Lavery.
He's going to get carbon monoxide poisoning.
Yeah, he's right up behind him at the moment there as well. Ray Oliver is going to look and come up the inside, as he know. Pringle's going to try and go around the outside. Mortimer's in there, just sat there watching. Gander and Johnson are having a bit of a flip-flop back, further back as well. They're swapping places. Johnson's just gone and basically said, no, thank you very much. You are not going through. That's Ratcliffe has gained a position.
You can't pass off the track. He's got to tuck it behind him. If he tries to make a pass here, makes contact, it'll be his penalty.
Ratcliffe does come back on finally.
Yeah.
Goes up the inside of Johnson. Johnson's going to try and hold that line. It looks like Pringle's just gone round. Lavery's been off the circuit. Johnson's just lost 2 places. He lost 1 to Gander.
He'll be livid right now.
Bradley Wall went off here as well.
Greg's called that in, but I don't think there was... Ray Oliver. Keep going straight through the pit lane, mate. That was a bit loosey-goosey. Greg Johnson's called that one in. I don't think there was much in that. He was trying to pass on the outside. He didn't actually do it, but yeah.
Wassell and Wall still back together. Danny Burns behind Horton. Horton's trying to close down on Botouche. But the battle of the AMs commences. Lavery in the back now after being caught up in that little bit of drama. Ray Oliver, Trev Mortimer leading the way in the Pro-Ams. He's got Sinkovic closing in behind him at the moment as well. It's a GR86 fight here with Dean Sinkovic, Team SRW, Daniels, LCR, Rogue Racing Australia in behind that. Poor old 747 has been off the racetrack, which I don't know if that's a surprise here as well for poor old Dave. It's gone off the racetrack. Oh, it's too hot, bro. Never going to get that stopped.
Yeah.
Mr. Simmons, Steph Piccoli's been off track as well.
Though, Bradley Wall's done really well to keep Kyle Lavery behind him. And he's stayed up real close with Brent Wassell. They have, though, because they're racing each other, they have fallen away off Daniel Byrne and Jeff Horn and down Bartouche. Bartouche is a second and a half up the field. He's having a cracker, but Horton is just at the fastest lap in the last lap, so he's going to start putting the pressure on. He's about... what is he? He's about 5/10 faster than Josh Horton is per lap.
Yeah. Lavery looking at the inside here. Going to clear Bradley Wall. Lavery does go through. It's going to be Wassell after that. Lavery moving ahead of Wall now. It's going to try and set after the boys in front. Dan Bartouche's gap has come down to less than a second, but Horton's bringing Byrne alongside with him as well. So Horton there has got Danny Byrne tucked in right behind him. In front of Horton is Dan Bartouche. Draft's going to play a little bit of an effect. It's down to half a second. Is it going to jump down below that at the moment? It is looking like it's going to. Down to half a second we go. Dan Bartouche into the left-hander. Into Nelson. Through we go on the right. Horton now leading the charge at the moment. It's the charge of the Light Brigade, bringing Danny Byrne into it. On that one, Brent Wassell's 4.5 seconds back. He's got Lavery alongside him at this moment in time as well, down in the bottom screen. Lavery's just about to go up the inside here, Steve.
Oh, he's having a cracking night tonight. He's showing some real pace along here, but it's still a long way to go. Still a long way to go. We're at the 9 minute mark of 40 minutes, so He just can't let these boys ahead of him get away too much further.
Yeah, he's got to try and get past him now and get done. Past 61 and 31, lap 4, turn 2, no further action. Horton up behind Bartouche, into turn 1 they go. Now it's the run up into turn 2, the right-hander here into Montreal. These guys continuing this battle. It's bringing Byrne right in behind them though. Carl Lavery 5.5 seconds back at the moment. Nearly 10 minutes gone of the first 40. Easton onwards and upwards there, it says on the back of Bartouche's car. May go sideways without warning. Well, let's hope Horton does give in some form of thing here. Gets a little bit of notice in that 95 ETS Motorsports machine. Horton's going to be later on the brakes, I think. You're going to see Bartouche go backwards. There you go. Very, very quickly. Horton does manage to hold on and get this job done. He goes up on the curb. That's going to bring Bartouche back to him again. Side by side. They're going to go clash, clash. Door bang, Bartouche holding on in that 95 machine. Horton's on the outside. Danny Burns not really sure where to go. It's a side-by-side run through Coram at this moment in time for Dan Bartouche and Josh Horton. Later on the brakes here as well. Bartouche tries to swap back. Horton sends it in deep, gives him no room. That puts Bartouche straight under pressure from Danny Burr.
Yeah, that's a great bit of driving by those lads. The second screen has got Wassel and then Brad Wall again. These boys have been putting another stint in there. They've got Wassel is the cork in the bottle, Trev Mortimer, Brad Wall, Ray Oliver, all fighting along there, and Dean's slowly catching him. He was, but Jackson Pringle's just passed him.
Danny Burns just
2-1-2, lap 7.
There as well.
Tomlin's just called something in.
Dan Burn, Dan Bartouche, Horton out in front again here. Horton out in front.
Oliver.
Greggy Johnson's been off track.
Oh, Pringle just passed Dean on the outside of that corner and nearly got messy.
Oh, Johnson goes round there as well. Let's have a look at the Pringle overtake on Dean. Goes, I think Dean went in deep there. He did come back, a little bit of an argy-bargy. Dean still fighting out. Pringle trying to give him a squeeze. Dean settles back in right behind him here as well. So Dean getting his elbows out, which is great to see as Jackson Pringle goes past. But Brent Wassel has got the pack behind him. A Trev Mortimer, Ray Oliver, Bradley Wall, Jackson Pringle, Dean Sinkovic, Shane Ratcliffe. Before we get out again, poor old Brent Wassel's got them all coming at him.
Yeah, he's getting hammered from all places. Wall with Pringle now. Pringle's trying to take the inside line on Wall coming down the hill.
Is he going to be able to
nice
get
and clean.
Pringle goes through, job done on that. You've got Mortimer and Wassel. Mortimer's going to try and go up the inside, does make it work. Oliver swats back as well. Squeezes in there for Ray Oliver. He does a great job on that one. And still continuing to fight it out here.
Greg sorry, Greg Johnson just got a black and white warning for unsafe rejoin, and Greg asked him, was that for the first one or the second one? And Barber had his sense of humour on tonight. Who was that? That was Bradley Wall by the look of it. Yeah, he said which one. He goes, the second one was the worst one. He's still on the grass. He's letting Kev catch up.
Bradley Wall off there.
Has he got damage? Why has he not come back on yet?
Who's you looking at?
That was Bradley Wall. I've got in the bottom screen.
Yeah, he's still out there. He has got a smashed up car.
Yeah.
Danny Byrne in there with Bartouche. Bartouche just gone back through again. Jackson Pringle side by side with Ray Oliver here as well. Pringle looking up the inside of Oliver. Oh, there was a little bit of contact. Ray Oliver has gone off into the shadow realm. Drops all the way down the order. Could end up here behind the LCR of Stevie Daniels. He does. And Steve goes through, no problem. Dean Sinkovic now has got Shane Ratcliffe tucked him right behind him.
Yeah, it is a bit of a phallic track there, Pricey.
Yeah, it's not ideal. But then again, if you look at Brands Indy, that's exactly the same thing. So Yeah. And there's no angle of Brands Indy that looks good. I've got to be honest. So, yeah. Unfortunately. Dean Sinkovic, Shane Ratcliffe. And this ain't going to be any good, to be honest with you. If I turn it round the other way, it's going to look even worse. So I'll leave it that way for a minute. But Dean's under pressure from Ratcliffe. Oh, Dean pulls it into the apex, covers him off. Ratcliffe still tucked in right behind him. Through Coram they go. Now into the left-hander. Dean's holding on. Ratcliffe's closing all over him at the moment. This is a battle of Pro-Am and Pro. Ratcliffe there with Mr. Sinkovic, who's trying to chase down Wassell, but he's got to deal with Ratcliffe first. Ratcliffe pulls out. It's going to be a side-by-side run down into turn number 1. Is Dean going to hold on here? What's the situation on this one? Dean does manage to hold on. Ratcliffe gets it a little bit squirrely out onto the grass. That brings the LCR of Daniels into the mix. He's going to run side-by-side. Daniels slots in. And that was just Ratcliffe going for one place and losing 2.
Starting to gap out a bit, mate. I'm just wondering where the pit stops are going to come. We're at the 15-minute mark, so not too long. We reckon about 25-minute mark.
Yeah, give or take. They've only got 23% of fuel. So we're going to find out how they're going to make this work. Pringle's there. Mortimer's got his window wipers on. Not sure if it is raining. I don't think it is. I think it's just Mortimer. I might be clearing the screen. There's no rain, but on board with Mortimer now. Through into Coram we go. Then the final corner of Murray's. Hard on the brakes. Through the left-hander. You look for a run, but you can never really hook it up. You're trying to go around on that one. Track map reminds me of a squid. Now, somebody else did say that to me a few years ago. They looked like a squid or an octopus. I think it's dependent on which way your mind is.
Yeah. I'm not sure how that looks like calamari to me.
Don't know. Ratcliffe alongside. Dean lets him go. Shaney Ratcliffe goes through as well on that one. So Ratcliffe does manage to clear Dean currently at this moment in time, but it's still getting cars 2, 4, 6 and 187, lap turn 10-1, no further action. So no further action there for car 2, 4, 6, and that is Mr. Pringle, and 187, which is Ray Oliver on that one. That was where Oliver went off into the grass, Steve.
Yeah. I'm getting a bit bored now. We need some wild action. I need someone to start trying to take some advantage and try to make some risky moves. Mm-hmm. Or is it we're at that point in the middle where it's sort of like everyone's just settled in?
Yeah, they're all just playing follow my leader at the moment, probably saving fuel to a little bit as well. And Ratcliffe and Wassell now. Ratcliffe's moving forward as best he can. He's now got the Whiskers machine of Brent Wassell in front of him. There was something else I was going to say there, but I had to back out and realise where I am before I spoke there.
Sometimes you just got to let the brain check, don't you?
Oh, mate, I had to, because it was going to come out and I was going to be like, probably not best to say that one. Now, Dean, it's not easy because Deans can do the same thing, so I'm just going to leave that where that is.
Yeah, exactly. Throw a safety car in. Oh, those days are gone. We used to throw, JP, we used to have in our series early on, maybe about 5 years ago, maybe more now, and we would throw a random safety car in during the race at some point, just to bottle up the field a bit and get the action going.
Yeah, we need it really.
At the moment, it probably would work.
Yeah, it definitely would.
It's a great little battle still with these boys, isn't it? Ratcliffe, Wassell, Dean, Stevie Daniels. I'm sure she worked at the Crazy Horse. Ray Oliver.
Wasn't she a singer? No, that was Stevie Nicks.
I think she was. Wasn't she?
Stevie Nicks.
Stevie Nicks, yeah. Debris. There
we go.
Well, Dean's having a good old go here.
Yeah. He's trying to clear that Whiskers machine of Wassell.
Yeah.
So see how these guys continue to go here. Stop it, Steve. Stop it.
You'll need to full Ben. Horton is just settled into his own routine. He's just under a second on Daniel Byrne, and the Bartouche is on the back of Birdie like a glove.
Yeah, behind that is Ray Oliver Daniels as well. Tucked in, Byrne and Horton now are down below a second here, with Dan Bartouche in the mix. So these three going to be fighting out for the hopefully last 20 minutes. We're going to find out when the pit stops are going to come about.
Yeah, 100%. It's I think that's when the action's going to start again. They're going to go for a sprint to the end. Not sure if Horton's going to try to do anything fancy there. As far as pit stop's concerned, it's just going to be a straight stop and go. Probably around the 25-minute mark, I reckon.
Well, we're going to find out, ladies and gentlemen, very shortly what's going to happen with the pit stop cycles here. Pringle's in there. He's got Mortimer tucked in right behind at the moment in the class split. You can see Trev Mortimer leading away. Dean Sinkovic 9 seconds back. In the AMS, it's Wassell 26 ahead of Johnson. Horton a second ahead of Byrne. So everything's getting very spread out here, Steve.
It is. That was one of my concerns of the two straights. Spread out and starting to lap. So now at the moment, who has been lapped? Only Dougie Gowns at the moment. Or Dougie Gowns, is he back on track?
Yes. So
right, so he obviously he's fixed up his gear.
Yeah, Piccoli's in pit lane
whatever he's done,
well.
he's back on there. Yeah.
He's still out there. Closest battle is the Daniels-Oliver situation. And I do mean closest. Yeah, just about closer there. These guys go into the final
Wall
20
again
minutes.
having a little bit of a dash as well down the back.
Yeah, battling that out with Russell Gander. This isn't for position. This is just Gander having a go in class at the moment. He's got Bradley Wall in front of him on that. I would have thought there would have been more off this circuit, but clearly not.
Yeah. Well, at the moment, the most exciting thing is the YouTube chat at this point. Trev Mortimer is finally caught up to Pringle, so he's having a bit of a look on him at the moment. He's got it down to 2:10. That's about the closest we can see at the moment. We've got the pits that's just starting to happen. Stevie Daniels and Kevin Wakefield have gone in early, so I'm not sure if they're trying to go in early and get a bit of an undercut going, but we'll see how that gets them out in the field. I might just go to see. There's no point going in. Greggy Johnson's gone in as well.
Simmons and Piccoli. Piccoli just goes in a little bit hot, and that's going to be the end of that one. Pringle has still got Mortimer there. Mortimer's not really doing a lot in behind him. Danny Byrne has got Dan Bartouche again, not really doing a lot behind him. Wakefield is on the pit exit. He's just gone past Greggy Johnson, obviously coming out of the pits there as well. Donald, we can't help it, mate. Honestly.
Yeah, we can't drive for them. The boys that have pitted early have pretty much come out in the order as they've gone in, so nothing has really changed. Doesn't seem like there's a bit of strength and undercut or anything like that. Stevie Daniels, Brad Wall, Russell Gander, Wakefield and Johnson, pretty much in the order they've gone in, they've come out.
Yeah, Lavery's just gone past 747. That's him a lap down, unfortunately.
Yep.
There.
Yep, they're starting to lap them now.
Yeah, Bartouche is there with Byrne. 18 minutes to go. Why did the Scarecrow become a motivational speaker? Oh, my God.
Oh, God almighty. Well, let's wait for the punchline.
I don't know the price. Go for it. Tell us.
Yeah, don't keep us in suspense, mate. We've got a race to do.
Yeah, hurry up, son. Not that lot's going on, but hurry up anyway. Dan Bartouche with Danny Byrne.
Gene's gone in the pits as well. He's on his way out.
Gander has a close battle. See, I did look down there, but then all of a sudden Wakefield dropped back over a second mark. So I do apologise for that.
They were close, but Gander's dropped off to like a second, then he's back to 8. He's really consistent. He's all those time because he was outstanding in his field. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, do they get any better than that, Pricey, or is that something we're going to just keep looking forward to here as well? Oh, not that one.
What's Lavery's plan here in all this? He's
not really
pace
doing
doesn't
anything.
seem to be.
To be honest
Yeah,
with you, he's not really going
yeah, no,
forward.
he's not.
And he's not going backwards.
Yeah, he's pretty much sitting in the same spot. Excuse me. Up 6 places. Ratcliffe is up 9 places at the moment, so not a bad effort there at all. But that also could be because some of the pit strategies behind him.
Yeah.
Trev Mortimer's gone in. Let's see if he's going to come out in front of Dean. He was in front of Dean earlier. Will his pit strategy work for him or not?
Not entirely sure.
What's blue and not very heavy? Do I have to ask you or your wife?
So much more you can say to that one, I've got to be honest.
Let's see, where has he come out? Mortimer's come out 2 places ahead of Dean, so he's fine.
Yeah,
I don't think the pits. Yeah.
Dean going side by side with Daniels at the moment on the run up into turn number 2. Daniels on the left, Dean on the right. Does look like Dean's going to hold the position, which I am surprised about because Daniels probably should have gone later on the brakes there. Dean cuts his nose off.
Dean's
Daniels
done well.
sets in behind it as well. What's blue and not very heavy? Light blue.
Yeah.
Oh, dear me. Two vegans have an
Oh, here
argument.
we go. We've opened up a stand-up routine. Should we just hand these boys a mic?
Yeah, let them crack on. If 2 vegans having an argument, is it still called beef?
I like that one. I do like that one. Horton, Pringle, and Ratcliffe have gone in. Horton is he was only about a second and a bit ahead of Daniel Burns, so that could be a pivotal point with those boys. See when Lavery comes in as well.
Yeah, Horton's in the pit on his way out now as well. Pringle, Ratcliffe, and Brent Wassell on that one. Oh, Shibby. I don't even know what's going on now. It's all just turned into it. Danny Byrne, Dan Bartouche have not pitted yet. Carl Lavery in behind that as well. Can you get your camera on Horton for me, Steve? Because I want to follow him when these two go in pit lane, just to see where he's going to come out there. As Wassell leaves pit lane as well. Is he still out in front of Wall? He is by about 4 seconds. Byrne now, surely he's got to be peeling in this time around, unless he did some great fuel saving. Nope, he goes in as well. So that goes into
Bartouche has followed him in as well, and Lavery as well. So it'll be interesting to see how they go.
Bottom screen is Mr. Horton. Keep an eye, he's on his way round Coram. You're going to see him come into the top part of your screen. There he is. It's going to be a quick go here for Dan Bartouche. He's got to get out as soon as he possibly can. There he goes.
Oh, Bernie.
Now. Burns going to come out.
Burns gone past Bartouche.
Yeah, Bartouche is going to come out in front of Horton as well. I think Josh Horton is... No, Horton does get Bartouche. Is he going to get Byrne? Yes, he got Bernie as well. Josh Horton undercut there. Got Byrne, got Bartouche, and he got Lavery. Ray Oliver in pit lane at the same time. Pringle now goes through. Mortimer goes through. Oh, they're side by side. Pringle just goes past him there as well. So
Lavery did well, actually. He made up 2 seconds through that pit stop. Not so much on the sticks, but he caught up to them as they were getting in.
Yeah, Crubby's taking it to an all low level in YouTube chat there as well. Unfortunately, but there we go. Dean is still having a go with Mr. Daniels. Dean in second, trying to clear Ray Oliver at the moment. Oliver's being a bit of a cork in the bottle. Dean's going to run that a little bit wide, going to get his nose chopped off. That's going to bring Daniels into the mix currently as well, as these guys are going to carry on fighting there on that one. So Daniels, is he going to be able to get up the inside of Mr. Sinkovic, or is he not going to be able to get up the inside? Dean's going to try and make a move on Oliver going under the bridge. He's got to be later on the brakes here, Dean. You've got to be late, son. He is later. He's
he done
goes.
well.
Done.
Very
Dean.
well.
Ray Oliver's just gone
Daniels
wide.
has gone in for a Smith as well.
Daniels looking up the inside of Ray Oliver at the moment. Job done, I think, for Daniels. It is. Poor old Ray Oliver loses 2 places in 1 corner.
Yeah. Oh, that was very, very close too. Gee. He's got to be careful here, Ray. This is a really tricky braking spot too.
I was driving around there in a British touring car earlier on. It killed me every single time. Mortimer and Pringle were close together. Well, they say they were close together. They've now not been close together, which is lovely.
No.
Thank you so much for that one.
No.
Ray Oliver still in with Daniels. He's trying to come back through at him as well. And Daniels managed to hold on from Ray Oliver. It's not been a classic, has it, Steve?
No, not much of a classic, but you know what? We've still got 11 minutes to go, and they do always surprise us in the last 5 or 10 minutes and see what happens there. They've pretty much got a second gap on each driver, Horton to Burns to Bartouche to Lavery at the moment. So Pringle and bottom screen are going for it, and Jax and Mortimer.
Yeah, they're fighting side by side at the moment. Mortimer's going to look on the inside. He does get the job done. It's a fair play to Mr. Mortimer going around Coram, coming into the Murrays at the moment. Final corner on the circuit. Pringle's going to have to come back at him. On the main screen is Oliver. It's currently Daniels with Dean trying to escape. They're in the same place as well. Mortimer still holding on to that place in the bottom right-hand corner there. Some good racing across the board in this 40 minutes. There has been shimmy, but there's been moments of F1.
Yeah, there is. A little bit too good. We want some people to start, get the tails wagging a bit and get some action going. Knock on wood, so I don't put the broadcaster's curse on him, but Dean's having a great run.
Oh dear, that's Dean crashing within the next couple of laps.
Yep.
Sorry, Dean.
Oh, no. Oliver took that real wide.
Yeah. Make a cup of
They've got
JP
10
and let's see
seconds
the
on the back
last
of
5-minute dash. Oh, I could do. Could go and make a coffee if you want.
Yeah. We could put it on most exciting and walk away for a bit.
Yeah, I don't know if
Then
that's
you
a
guys
bad
could just
thing or
stand
not.
there and
to be-
talk
to be
dad
honest.
jokes.
Yeah, you're just kicking us out of the booth now, Pricey. I'm not quite sure what that means and whether or not that's a good thing or not. But there we go. Much love to you, Pricey.
Yep.
I'll make sure I'm back next season just for you. Blimey. Expensive. Yeah, as well. Pringle and Mortimer still going at it.
Yeah, they haven't stopped. They haven't stopped. The boys are up and around each other have been fairly consistent. Oh, Stevie Daniels is now
Pringle pit lane.
Back of third.
Pringle
Why is he
pit
going
lane.
for another one? Too many incident drive through. Too many incident points. I bet you.
Are you still there, Jay? I am still here, mate. I don't know. Can you not hear me again? Like, tell me.
Yeah, no, he's taking the piss, mate. He's taking the piss.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he must have had a points penalty and he's gone through the pits. It must have been. It's the only thing it could have been. But that means that Dean and Oliver, have a look at this, 3 wide. Stormy Daniels.
Yeah, Daniels there with Sinkovic, with Oliver. Oliver's gone through.
Oh, he's gone real wide there.
Oh, Daniels on the grass. Behind that is Wassel. He doesn't really need to be here. Well, he's got every right to be there, but he doesn't need to be there because Bradley Wall's tucked in right behind him at the moment as well.
Yeah.
Wall's closing in 2.2 seconds there. As these guys continue on for the next 9 minutes, Dean's pulled out again. He's determined, if nothing else this evening, your brother.
Yes, he is. He's going to get, looks like the same move. He's going to try to get onto Ray Oliver. Ray seems to break a little bit earlier here. Just a fraction. He hasn't this time, but Dean's got the better line through there as well. Go. Come on, you Ranger. Make it work. It's a tough spot. Under brakes. He doesn't want to be too close to the rear end of him too. I don't think Dean can control that car that good. No, he's not a Horton.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's backed off a little bit. He's going to try to get a good run in on him.
Yeah, he's going to try and get that
Try
accelerator.
to take more
going.
pace.
8.5.
Yeah, he's done it, but I don't think he's too far behind.
Dean now going after
I think he gave
Oliver.
him too much space.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think he gave him too much time there as well. Horton's still leading the way. Dean in the closest battle on the racetrack, literally the closest battle on the racetrack into turn number 1, who go through the right hand out there on the roof of Mr. Dean Sinkovic, trying to chase down Ray Oliver. Stevie Daniels not really getting anywhere at the moment. I'm sure he might do going into the last 8 minutes here.
I'll tell you what, the race is coming alive because, look, now that I've just gone to him, he was down to like 6/10 on the back of Horton. Daniel Byrne was. Now he's gone to 1.2 seconds. So I'm not sure what happened there, but that was starting to get a bit hot. These boys are bringing Brad Wall into them now. Brad's starting to catch up as well.
Yeah. And that is not what Wassel needed. 1.3 seconds. It was 2 seconds not far away, not long ago.
Yep.
As these guys continue on, Ray Oliver moving forward now. The gap out in front, 1.17, 2.36 to Burn. Then we've got Bartouche, Lavery, Mortimer all spread out. This group of four are providing the action. It's the only group of four that are close together at this moment in time. Dougie Gowans, unfortunately, is the last of the runners. He is still running. Fair play to him. And there goes Jackson. You can see Pinnacle underneath us here as well.
It's very easy to walk away, isn't it? It takes a brave man to sit out there and keep going on and just do what you can with the race.
Yeah. Daniel's looking at the inside of Oliver. Oh, through turn one they go. Daniels is going to drift out. Oliver's going to try and get there. No, Daniels didn't. Oliver held on to the position. Steen in behind him. A little bit.
He's tapped him twice, 3 times.
Milady.
That was... I'm not sure what that was, really. I think he's just slowed down and the others didn't anticipate the man he was going to slow down.
Yeah. So, good job.
Brad Wall's got the inside line there on Daniels.
Yeah, we've got Wassel and Wall alongside each other. Wassel's coming back again. This is a battle for the AM lead, of course. Daniels is up in the LCR car in front of Dean. Wassel and Wall back together. That's probably not what Wassel needed, to be honest with you, Steve, considering he was quite far ahead. Car drive 24, drive-through penalty.
Dean.
Incident points, Mr. Sinkovic.
Oh, he's got too many incident points with iRacing. He's going to be cursing himself.
Yep.
He's going to be going through soon. I'm not sure when. He's going to go through now. But you know what? That's first of few more that are going to happen, because some of these parts in the track are quite tricky through the chicane and the last corner as well. So maybe we'll see a few more go through as well. So not a bad thing.
Yeah, Dean still comes out in third though. Wakefield did go through in the end. Dean all the way down in sixth in class. So he's going to have to try and come back once more. David Simmons and Steph Piccoli. Let's go and bring them as they are providing the action. Oh, Piccoli up on the curb. And that stopped that one close. Thank you very much for that, Steph. Much appreciated.
Daniel Byrne is trying to chase down Josh Horton. He keeps on coming into the 9-10s to a second, and he just doesn't have the pace on him at the moment. He's just lacking a little bit more to make an impact. It's a 10th either way at the moment.
Yeah, it's just not.
He's going to have to look to see. Yeah, he needs to look at his incident points, Sam, and he's got, and start taking liberties with them and use them to his strengths. That's what some of these fast guys will do to make up some speed here and there.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it didn't quite work out for Dean, who ended up getting a drive. So there we go. Daniel's in behind Oliver. We've got about 3 minutes or 3.5 minutes left of the 40-minute race. Not quite a classic, but not too bad, I suppose would be the word, as these guys carry
Too
on.
bad. Been some clean, safe racing. Very close racing, but it's with the long straights. That's what tends to sort of happen, I guess.
Yeah. Stevie Daniels there, Ray Oliver, Wassel, Wall. It's battle for the AMs. 3 minutes to go, and currently Ray Oliver leading this pack. Not quite got the pace to pull away from these guys, which for
No,
Ray
he
Oliver
doesn't.
for a pro is not good, to be fair.
Yeah, his fastest lap is a 1:21.3. So the boys behind him, 1:22, 1:23. Stevie Daniels, 1:21.8. Brent Wassel, Brad Wall, 1:21.4. So they're all a little bit slower than as fast as laps concerned, but yeah.
Yep.
Lavery's gone under the second on Bartouche now. He's gone back up again. Those boys looks like we're going to see with 2 minutes left. Joshy Horton take it out again with Daniel Byrne in second and third.
We're looking
Mortimer
at Bradley
for
Wall
the
in pit lane.
Yep, he's probably incidents as well.
Yep. So this is Horton now with Byrne. We're going to have possibly one more, depending on how quickly they take to get round here. Horton on his run round Coram. He's got about 10 seconds, maybe 15 at the most here. Lucky they didn't race on the 300. That would have been a stinker. I don't know if stinker would have been the word. It might have made it a little bit more interesting. He's going to go over
Yeah, I think it would have made a lot more passing positions.
Yeah, with 10 seconds
Is
to
the
go.
white flag out?
No, it's 1 and 1 more. He got over just before the 10 seconds. So it's going to be 1 and 1 more. So that gives Danny Byrne a little bit more time to try and close in. So fair play to him.
It's now or never, Bernie. Now or never.
Got to go for it, son. Got to go for it.
Yep.
So there you go. Stevie Daniels for Rookie of the Year.
I don't know. He's been going under the radar, I think.
I think if he was leading his class,
Then you would say,
then
yeah.
you would say yes. But I think at the moment, being 102 points back and in 4th place, don't know if that really is the right thing to say.
Yeah. I think Brent Wassell has been a pretty good Rookie of the Year. Bradley Wall, he's always had pace. He's just been away for a while, so I'm not too surprised that he's at the pointy end. But Brent Wassell, I think he would be up there for a Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, absolutely. On that one. So there we go. Coming into the final lap. Joshua Horton leading away from Danny Byrne by about 8 tenths here, Steve. Can Byrne get him on the final lap?
No. His pace is too much. He'd have some in the kitty as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Bit of rain tonight maybe would have changed it.
Maybe.
Yeah. But again, the boys have done themselves proud. Forward out a amazing bit of racing. Their 40 minutes of really tight at the beginning of the race, that's for sure. First 20 minutes was right bumper to bumper.
Yeah, now it's all a little
Tomlin's
bit
on the
more
back
spread
of Tomlin's on the
Wakefield.
back of Wakefield. Might just go there for a bit of extra screen excitement. Excuse me. Side by side. Rubbing mirrors. Checking each other's lipstick.
Yeah, I'm going to keep an
Tomlin's
eye
got
on
the
Horton.
outside line. He's got a bit of pass on him. Kevin holds the inside line and keeps it clean.
Joshua Horton
Bit of it.
through the final corner now. He's going to take the win in race number 2. Danny Byrne's going to tuck in behind him. But it is Horton over the line, takes the win in race number 2. Good job from him. Dan Byrne over the line there. Trav Mortimer is all the way up there. He's going to come and take the victory in the Pro-Ams with Daniels and Tomlin in behind him. And then in the AMs, it will be Mr. Brent Wassell, by the looks of it, going to take that victory. So great job from him.
Kitty cat.
Yeah.
With the little kitty cats on the side of his car. So that's actually a brand of cat food here in Australia.
It's the same in the UK, mate. It's a brand of cat food as well.
It is? Oh, there you go. There you go.
No, it's the same.
What did you miss, Pricey? Nothing, mate. They went in the pit like you did and came back out the same row.
Yep. Nothing at all. Kept Wakefield in there as well. It's got Russell Gann. Well, no, he ain't. He's got Chris Tomlin in front of him. That's Dougie Gowan's in behind, actually. There's your brother in the background. He's chasing down Gander down to the line. Is he going to get there? Is he going to get there? Dean's going to be so close, but yet so far. Nope, unfortunately not. Bradley Wall coming over. Wayne Edwards, Greggy Johnson as well. With. Oh no, Greg's disappeared. Where are you? Oh, there you are. He goes over the line for Greg Johnson. So fair play to him. Bit of a quiet race number 2. Let's be a little bit honest with ourselves.
Yes.
But
you can't have a rip snorter every week, mate, can you? It was, otherwise, as I always say, sunny days are appreciated because you get a wet windy day as well. So you get to appreciate the sunny days because of those days.
Yeah, Josh Horton is your victor with Danny Byrne and Dan Batush. Just a 1-2-3 in the pros. Carl Lavery in fourth. Trev Mortimer wraps up the Pro-Ams. 2 for 2 for him tonight with Shane Ratcliffe, Jackson Pringle, Ray Oliver separating him from Steve Daniels. Brent Wassell wraps up the AMs with Chris Tomlin rounding out the podium in the Pro-Ams. Kev Wakefield, Russell Gander and Dean Sinkovic behind that. Bradley Wall second in the AMs, down in 15th with Wayne Edwards, Greggy Johnson rounding out the podium there as well. David Simmons a little bit further back in 18th. Then you've got Piccoli and Gowans, and then of course you've got RC, which is in behind that. So there we go. Let's start off. I feel go and have a chat with Mr. Brent Wassell, our round winner here as well. Almost got 2 out of 2. Loses the first race to Mr. Bradley Wall, but he did manage to take that second one here as well. Brent, welcome in, fella. Well done, bud. How are you?
Hey, good fellas. How are yous?
I'm all right,
yeah, we nearly fell asleep, mate, to be honest, but we stayed awake and we entertained ourselves with all the people in the chat.
Oh, I'm glad you were nodding off because, holy, I was on the edge of my seat that whole race.
A lot of pressure between you and Brad Wall at the moment. You guys seem to be up and around each other a fair bit, and you guys had a pack of 5 pretty much 3/4 of that race just heading around each other.
Yeah, that was good fun racing against Brad. Actually, I come out from my pit stop and I think I had Dean, Ray, and Steve in front of me, and I had a couple of seconds to Brad behind me, and I got a bit caught up. He was catching up because I was stuck behind them 3, and I only had 2 incident points left to my name, so I really didn't want to try and make a pass. So I had to hold tight. As soon as I seen him pit, my lap times went up by about 3 seconds a lap. I calmed down a bit after that.
So did you see Dean go in first for the incidents, and you thought, yeah, I've got to watch myself?
I wasn't sure what Dean went in for. Actually, I didn't know if it was a two stop accidentally or incidents.
Yeah, too many incident points, same as Brad Wall.
So that is what happened to Brad, right? I thought he might have, because I seen him spin earlier in the race, so I thought he might have pitted then and then didn't quite get enough fuel to get through. But as soon as I seen him back off from me, I knew I had a bit of breathing room, and I just didn't want to get a drive through as well.
Well, you're looking good, having fun out there by the sounds of it, mate. We were just talking about who we would pick as a Rookie of the Year if we were picking one. And both JP and I would agree that you've been progressing quite well and would probably fit a Rookie of the Year category, eh, JP?
Yeah, definitely. I think, he's past Rookie, isn't he? He was there last season.
Yeah, he was, actually. We haven't had that many new ones for this season last season. I think the same crowd's pretty much come across.
I've been a couple of seasons. I work away, so I can only make a couple of races a year, so I can't really challenge for a title, but get into races when I'm in town and have a bit of fun.
No, it's always good, mate. Fun is the key word that we have in SRW. Mate, who supports you and gets you on track and helps you have some fun?
Whiskers cat food.
Don't say that. My cats will go running, mate. Whiskers.
Very bizarre.
Well done, mate. Well done. I'm glad you're having fun, mate. Congratulations, and we'll see you on track next week. 2 more rounds to go, buddy.
Hey, cheers, fellas. Appreciate it. Talk to you later.
Take care, man.
Cheers, buddy.
All right, that was Mr. Brent Wassell. Next up, let's have a chat with a man that took 2 for 2 here in the Pro-Ams as well, Mr. Trev Mortimer. 2 wins out of 2, Trev. You're on a flyer. Maybe you're not.
Has he got a pulse? Someone check his pulse.
No, this is awkward.
Looks like he might have maybe permissions issues. What's his issues? What's he got?
We'll give him
I don't know. He doesn't seem to be able to get into us for some reason. I'll just give him a series admin for a second, see if that helps him. Trev, can you hear us, mate? No. Oh, hang on. He's in Discord. I can hear him in Discord.
I can't hear him.
He's in the game. Push to talk, mate. Trev, I can hear you through the race, but not through the actual Discord chat. So I'm not sure what's going on there, mate.
You got push to talk. Don't forget to push
Yes,
the button.
Trev, I could hear you at my end, but it doesn't help us for the broadcast, mate.
It really doesn't, Trevor, to be honest.
No sweat, Trev. Good luck, mate, and we'll speak to you next time you get on the podium, mate. Good luck. Thank you for having a cracker tonight.
Okay, well, brief interview with Mr. Trev Mortimer. Let's go into the pros, and we'll start off with the third place man of ETS, Mr. Dan Bartouche. We were just picking him up before the broadcast, at the beginning of the broadcast, and how well he's done this season. Let's have a chat with him now. Dan, welcome in, bud. Well done.
Thanks, JP. Good to talk to you again, mate.
Yeah, mate. It's been a while. How you been doing?
Yeah, not too bad. Just poking along, and had a nice clean run tonight, and it was good. Yeah, it was good racing at the start of that second race there, and just lost touch at the end, but that's all right. Happy to take a third place.
Yeah, definitely. You've improved a lot this season, mate. What's been the secret?
I don't know, just trying to be consistent, mate. And to be perfectly honest, I think since I started driving the supercar, it's translated a little bit into driving this car as well. I think I've sort of learnt not to overdrive the car as much as I was, and I think that's helping me out a lot.
Yeah, I think you might be right on that one, dude. To be
Very important,
honest.
mate. Very important.
Go on, Steve. Carry on.
Keep going, JP. I just agreeing with you, mate. Go for it.
Oh, okay. Could have just nodded your head or anything, Steve. That might have done. On that one. Dan, what's the ambition for the championship, mate? Are we looking at top 5? Dougie Gowan's had a bit of a stinker here this evening.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, I've had a couple of shockers, and I missed the first round as well, which didn't help. But I'm racing Burnsy and Dougie, mate. So that's where I'm at. If I can finish top 5 from where we started this season, I'll be more than happy with that.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. I fully agree with you as well. Well, Dan, well done, fella. Congratulations on your third place. Anyone you want to shout out before we let you go?
Yeah, mate, as usual, the team at ETS Motorsports, all the boys at Proline Esports, Eastern Tour Services, Big Matt's Computer Services, and of course the old man for tuning in every week and watching the broadcast, and JP and Sinker for putting on what I'm sure was another fantastic broadcast, which I'll sit down and watch tomorrow.
Yeah, well, tell your old man to speak if he's in the broadcast, mate. He never talks.
Oh, I don't know. He's not clever enough to know how to message on YouTube, but I can guarantee you he is in there.
Oh, all right, mate.
He's a silent achiever in there, mate. I know that he'd be watching every minute, and he'd be out of his seat and punching his fists in the air when things happen. He's probably just as excited as you get.
Oh,
he does get excited. He does get excited. I know sometimes he's got to pause it and run outside for a quick durry and calm his nerves and come back in. So he does. He does get excited. He loves it.
All right, mate.
Look, while you're there, mate, give your old man a plug.
A plug. He could do with some plugs.
Yeah,
some hair plugs. Yeah. So it's Dave at Eastern Tour Services. So they fly out to Lord Howe Island direct from Port Macquarie. So if you want a trip to Lord Howe Island, get in touch with Dave at Eastern Tour Services in Port Macquarie.
There you go. Does he actually fly them himself?
He does not. No, he wouldn't trust him behind the stick of a plane, mate. But he'll organise you onto the plane. That's not a problem. He'll get you out there and get your accommodation sorted for you.
Right.
There you go, JP. There you go.
Happy days, mate. Happy days. Fair play, buddy. Congratulations again, and look forward to seeing you next week.
No worries. Thanks, guys. Looking forward to it.
Take care, man.
Cheers, buddy. Good luck.
Yeah. Bye.
Right, next up was our second place man, Mr. Dan Byrne from Carlins Motorsport. 2 podiums here this evening, a third and a second. Is Snetterton his favourite circuit? Let's find out. Danny Byrne, welcome in, bud.
Hello. It wasn't my favourite circuit, but it's up there now, so I'm pretty happy with that. Race 1 didn't quite have the pace. I was still finding my feet, but a couple of guys came together in front of me, and the seas parted, and that was beautiful to see. I was kind of banking on that the whole time. I was sitting there thinking, surely something's going to happen, and luckily for me, it did. And then second race, I managed to get past some of the AMs pretty quickly, and then kind of just was able to hang on to Josh. But yeah, all in all, it was pretty good. Pretty happy with tonight.
Did you think you were going to get him?
A couple of times. I mean, every time I got a little bit close, I made a little mistake, and as soon as you lose that momentum, you drop off a couple of tenths. So couple of times I was within 7 or 8 tenths, and yeah, just make a little mistake, drop back off to 1.1, 1.2, slowly drag him back in. But he was ultimately he was a little bit quicker, and I think it was the toe that was keeping me close to him.
Yeah, but look, at the end of the day, dude, you still had to be there to finish the race, and you did a great job as well.
Appreciate it.
Spoken to Dan Bartouche. He's got his sights set on you and Dougie in the championship. How far are you willing to go? Are you going to go try and get hold of Jackson Pringle?
To be honest, I haven't actually looked at what the standings are, so I'm not really sure who I'm battling. I'm just taking it each race at a time and just try and do my best in each race and see how it washes out. So but yeah, I'm happy to battle with those guys. We have some good clean battles with them, so yeah, looking forward to it.
All right, mate. Well, I look forward to seeing how you get on here as well. I can tell you it's around the Pringle, Bartouche and Gowans is roughly your main competition there, unless you have a good one, and Lavery has a stinker. But then again, he didn't have a good one tonight, so we'll see what goes on. Dan, thanks so much for joining us. Anyone you want to shout out, buddy, before we let you go?
Yes, thanks, gents. Yeah, Drive Radar Wait on YouTube, Glam Radar, Little Rara, Eagers Automotive. Shout outs to my teammate David. He's just moved house and he's probably putting his rig together now. I think we all know how painful that is. So good luck with that. And shout outs to Atari, my daughter, Bianca, Frenchie and Minka, and Zach and Levi.
All right, man. Awesome job. Well done, Dan. Look forward to speaking to you next week, hopefully.
Will do. Thanks, gents. See ya.
Okay, go.
Well done, buddy. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, next up is your winner. Second place in race number 1. First place in race number 2 is the man from Familiar Motorsports. It is, of course, Mr. Josh Horton. Josh, welcome in, bud.
Hey, JP, how are you?
I'm all right, mate. How are you? I haven't spoken to you for ages.
It was only yesterday, wasn't it?
That was the joke, Josh.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
missed
got to
that
catch
one.
up to the humour, mate.
Oh my God.
That was a 747 over your head, that one. That was a jumbo.
Oh,
Jumbo
Jesus
just flew right past you.
I was sending the message. I was half listening. But I'm here now.
They say the English is slow. I don't know. You might have just swung that the other way, mate. Listen, dude, good racing out there. How did you get on? Did you enjoy it?
Look, probably more of a dull track than I would have liked to be racing at, but I mean, for the start of race 1 and race 2, the first 10 laps were absolute chaos, and I was enjoying it. It was great racing, and then sort of as the gaps pulled out, it sort of dulled out a bit. But no, great overall tonight.
Yeah, it was like that. Me and Steve did nearly have a snooze at one point because it did get a little bit slow in the middle. Not gonna lie, there, Josh. Championship, dude. What do you think's going to happen here? Because Lavery has a good week, then he has an offish week, then, you know, he's bouncing around, and even with drop points, you're only 30 points away from each other. You know, are we going to see a Horton-Lavery battle going into the final round, or are we going to see a Horton-Gowans race like we saw a couple of seasons ago?
Look, I'll leave it all up for interpretation, but look, I'm pushing, and I'm going to go for back-to-back, I think. But whoever wants to come and battle at the front, I applaud them, and I'll bring it to them.
Okay, mate. Well, looking forward
That's
to it.
a gauntlet throwdown, that is.
Mate, I'm there next week. May name, put Horton in a wall. So there we go. I'll come and help him out. Josh, listen, dude, it's always a pleasure talking to you, mate. Go on, Steve.
No, I was about to say, I could see the Discord. There's someone's bidding in there, $20, $30, $40. They're all bidding in Discord. No, I'm only joking.
There we go.
I'll put 100 for you not to do it.
Hey, I'll take it. I'll drop the PayPal over to you after. Anyway, buddy, anyone you want to shout out before we let you go, mate?
First off, massive shout out to the guys over at SRW for putting on this league. It's always great to get along, and I urge anyone who wants to get into it to jump on in. It's pretty great. But I race for Vermilion Motorsports, and our sponsors are Race Lab, Burb Designs, Supernova Motorsports, Hymo Setups, Vermilion X Coaching, and thekartshop.com.au.
All right, man. Awesome job. Thank you very much, Josh. And I look forward to catching up with you soon, dude.
Too easy. Thank you, guys. Enjoy your night.
Take care, man. Bye.
Well done, buddy. Congratulations.
See, I knew it was Vermilion Motorsports. Who put him as Vermilion Esports? They kill him. Every time.
He might have done that himself.
Somebody did it. Right, I'm going to change that as well. Don't
Yeah.
worry, George. I will sort it out for you. Okay, not a banger, not a classic, not really meh, but just okay.
Yeah. Still fun. Still fun. Still fun. It's always a pleasure to get in here and have a chinwag with you. And look, we've always got all the chatters in YouTube that come along for the journey with us, and it's always fun to have a bit of a chinwag and a laugh with them because we do tend to entertain them as well as anyone else who's going to come and drive and watch the races and that. But yeah, mate, look, it's always a pleasure. And then you did a cracker as usual.
All right, man. Well, what can I say, gentlemen and ladies? Haha, shibby and sheafy. Right, so that's it, guys. That's going to wrap up tonight's broadcast. Thank you so much for joining us. I've been JP. I've been alongside Sinko, and as always, take care. Have a great week, and you never know. We might see you on the track sometime. Good night.
Total one, this is amazing. I was clash heads again. This is like Chaz Mostert and Cam Waters. Almost the same situation. Better contact going down the hill. Sam Noble wants to sniff on Dave Coleman now. Sam Noble bottle right now because tell you what, Bruce Tanak and Jamie Dyke just absolutely drove away.